I can't drive with this thing. Taxi Vlog 386. It is the 14th of January, and I'm sitting here in the cab waiting for a call. I haven't moved yet. I just started the car, or I turned the switch on. And you got to get the settings right for the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Let's turn the fan off so you can hear me clearer. There, that's it. It sure is January. It's quiet out here. It's came out on Monday night. I think it took me till just after midnight to break even, and the calls were, one trip an hour, and I guess I was lucky enough on Monday night that I did okay. Well, for January. That was Monday. Tuesday was also really slow. It took a while to get break even, and then the trips just trickled in. There weren't any really long ones. Maybe there was one long one. And I don't know, people, when it's quiet out there, people get stranger, people get more spooky and weird. I just don't feel as comfortable around people when there are fewer of them in my car, if that makes any sense. There was one, for example, last night I was sent to an address, and there's itchy nose again from vlogging. I was sent to an address, and I get to the front. The call's 3 minutes old. I phone the woman. She says, "Oh yeah, okay." 5 minutes later, she's not out. 10 minutes later, she's not out. 15 minutes later, that's it. Done. 20 minutes since the call originated. I'm not waiting any longer. Fuck you. And I had one of those that was check for cash trip. I hate getting those. But it was a check for cash trip. And we ended up going from a building to an apartment building to a hotel. It was like a $5 fare, and she says, "Can you break 100? I give you $10 if you break 100." I said, "Well, I don't know if I can do that." And she said, "Oh, I'll give you 20. Just break the 100." So I counted out $65 in cash, and that's all I had in cash. And in coins, I counted $15 in coins, and she said, "Just give it to me. Just give it to me." She fucked off. She was just spinny, this woman. She was just so check for cash off a $5 fare. I made $20. Had this other one, a call to Denny's at around 4 in the morning. And a call to Denny's, you go, oh, what the hell. And somehow this one just worked in my favor because there was a van taxi parked right there, and these people didn't want to get into it. And I pulled up, and they were the people I was pulling up to come and get. And they ended up going out to Langford with 2 stops, $32 on the meter, and I got $40 in cash. That was last night. And what surprised me about the whole thing is that I didn't think I was going to make any money. I think I had $45 on at, midnight, and it took me till 3 to break even. And I end up making $75 on top of my lease and fuel just because of those 2 fares. Oh no, and there was another one. This guy, I got called to Denny's again, and the police were towing the guy's car away, and what had happened is his driver's license had expired, and he was also going out to the Western Communities, another $30 fare. So that's what saved my night last night. The Wednesday night was really piss poor and slow. What's the situation going on here now? Am I first yet? Or am I still second in the zone? The dinner rush probably, yes, I'm still second. The dinner rush probably happened. I know who's in the zone. Rusty, me, and Terry. That's it. It's so predictable. I know which drivers are doing what and who's where, and in these conditions, that's just how it is. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think from the 3 nights put together, I've got a couple $100. I'm trying to scrape my rent together this week and next week, and that's probably what it's going to take. 2 weeks to get my rent together. And hopefully after I've got my rent together, I've got 1 week's cushion to pay a few bills. And it's tight, folks. It's tight. This is January, all right. I don't know what else to say about this taxi vlog. 386 so far. Oh yeah, my camera. I tried to use my camera, and of course now it works, the son of a bitch, because it's been in my vest pocket for a while. And so it had a chance to warm up, and now the batteries are giving another kick. Well, it doesn't really matter, because I've talked about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They've been slow. I've done a lot of watching YouTube. I have been reading from this book here called Great North Road by Peter F. Hamilton. Oh, it's a good read. It's a big whodunit. It's a murder mystery. It's aliens, and it's people on different planets, and it's politics and police, forensics, people with heightened abilities. Oh, there's something for everyone who enjoys science fiction in this one. It's a less ponderous read than most Peter F. Hamilton books have been so far. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. The only thing is, it is wordy, and it's about 900 pages long. And I'm about 500 pages into it, and it's taken me, well, it's taken me since about the second week of December. It's been over a month I've been reading this thing, but I've been catching bits of it at my bedside, and still it's good. Yeah, a lot of value for your money in that book. So I'll let you know how the end of the week is going to be. Tonight I don't really expect a lot. Maybe if I make another $75, that'll be wonderful. The whiskey festival is coming up in a couple days, so I'll try and make a video with this camera or with this phone. We'll see if that works out. It might be a disaster. Yeah, I'll let you know about the rest of the week right about here, and I'll talk to you sooner. Last night, Tuesday night, it started slow, but I got a trip right away, and it was a short one. It was $10. And immediately after doing that one, I got another one, another short one for about $10. Then I waited for, about an hour and a half. It was just after 8, about 8:15, when I got a call to an address on Mackenzie, and the guy was going to catch the last ferry out on the peninsula. So it was a $55 fare out to the ferries from his house on Mackenzie, which was beautiful. He was catching the last ferry so that he could get to Vancouver, and he had a flight going to Kansas City in the morning. So lucky him, he got to leave town. Now, after dropping him off at the ferry, I drove back into town, and I thought, oh, what good luck I've had. I think it was 2 hours before I got another trip. And then I had a couple more trips, and then, you know, at one point I sat for 3 hours, between 1:30 and 4:30. So I guess between about 10:30 and 1:30 I didn't do too badly. I ended up, you know, doing reasonably well. And in the morning after 4:30, I think I had 3 more trips. So basically what I took home was my trip out to the Western Communities. If not for that one, I wouldn't have made any money at all. Thursdays have been getting pretty brutal lately. So now it's 10 o'clock on Friday night. It's been kind of busy. It's been kind of hectic. It's been rather stupid. Now I got a little breather in between, where I'm driving from a part of town where there are cars already, and I don't want to be where I want to be in the part of town where I usually work. I don't like it here. And besides, there are cars ahead of me already. So that's what happened on Thursday. Now we've got tonight to go through. So far it's been okay. I've been out here for 4 hours. I've got a little over 100 on, I guess. Maybe I almost got my lease. We'll see. I'll let you know about the rest of the night. Between 10 and 3 on a Friday, it's usually good. And then after 3, it dies. And that's after 3 when I'll get a chance to talk to you again. I'll be right back. What a strange little night. I worked hard. 4th at the airport. Yeah, it was busy. I was busy chasing a lot of short fares until just after 2, when I had one that got me away from downtown just at a time when downtown was being stupid. I took this guy from the Red Fox, which is the only peeler bar left in town, and he was going to a hotel in James Bay. Now this guy was older than me. He must have been about in his late 50s, and he was going to a peeler bar. After I dropped him off out in James Bay, then I was heading towards downtown, and now you got to run through downtown to get to the part of town where I like to work. So I had to go through downtown, and as I was heading through downtown, I got a call at the bottom of Yates Street. Now, as I'm arriving at Yates, at the place where the guy called, people are swarming my cab. There's guys that want to get in, and meanwhile I'm calling the guy who called for the cab, and he said, yeah, I'll be right out. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with my doors locked and the windows open, just a slit, and these guys talking to me, saying that they have money and that they want to take the cab. And I said, yeah, but the guy who's in that building there called for me specifically to come and get him. Now that wouldn't be very fair to him if I was to take you. Then I had other guys saying, coming up, do you have a jump? Do you do a boost? I said, no, I don't. Well, we'll pay you for it. Do you have any cables? No, I don't have any cables. I can't do a boost. I'm not equipped for that. Anyways, I was thrilled when the guy came out of the building and got in the car, and we drove away from all those idiots. I feel like a big egg, you know, when I'm in a situation like that and I have people swarming the car. I feel like a big egg, and that they're all sperms, you know, trying to impregnate me. I don't enjoy that at all. I don't like the stress of having people swarming my car. Well, then I took that guy out to the part of town where I usually like to work, and then I took, after I dropped him off, I got flagged by this other guy who was kind of lamenting that his wife and him might not be together anymore, that it wasn't working, and that they were having, I guess he went out because they're not living together anymore or something, and he wants to get back with her. He hopes or wishes that they could be together or something. They got 2 children and what have you, and I said, look, you know, if it doesn't work, I know you've got a big emotional investment and you've got kids, you know, that complicates everything. But when you come right down to it, it's better to be alone than be in a relationship that doesn't work. broke up, what was it, 6 months ago. I think I'm doing okay. Well, anyway, then I got sent on another call, and I wasted my time going there because nobody answered the phone and the house was dark. I drove away from there and got sent there again, and they were trying to give me an older call even than the one that I had. And I called that one and there was no answer. Then I got sent to another address for a call that was about 15 minutes old. There was no answer. The house was dark again. Then I went back to the part of town where I like to work. I picked up one of my customers who's kind of a regular. You know, I've taken him a number of times. And when he came out of the place, I asked him, is the old usual down on, you know, the name of the street? He says, yes, it is. So we went there. This customer's really good, you know. It's usually about $13 or so, $13, $14. He always gives me a 20. Always. That's the kind of customer I like. So then I got down to back to the place where I like to work, and I got under the roof because it was raining. Another cab, a friend of mine was there, and he said that he's had a real shit night, and he only got started at about 10. And I said, well, I've just been chasing a lot of short trips and no loads. And I had at that point just a little more than 300. Now that I've done the airport, I'm doing all right, and I'm glad I got to go to the airport because I needed this money. I'm still trying to get the rent together. It's January after all. It's hard to get the rent together. And I had another bill that came in yesterday. It was a bill for my medical insurance. I got to send them another $75, or is it 76, something like that. So it's a good thing that I got to go to the airport this morning, so I've got a little more money, and to get some of my rent together and send this bill. Write a check for this bill. And what else? It's the end of the week. Just before getting this call that went to the airport, my phone made a noise. And it was my sister asking me what's happening. I guess I'll get back to her. That woke me up. And now my phone is trying to install new software in it. But I'm going to wait till I get home and have a secure Wi-Fi connection to get the phone to update itself. I'm tired. And I hope yours is better than mine.